start the show, before I go any further and talk about this trans thing, let me be clear about my feelings on this birthright citizenship. When I say it's no skin off my back, I'm not worried about it. I'm fine with it. The decision was made by the Supreme Court. I'm not going to jump up and down and scream every time the Supreme Court makes a decision that I may or may not agree with, or my side may or may not agree with. That's my point. My other point is every single immigrant group that has come to this country has been vilified by the people already here. That's my point. And they've said the exact same thing about every single immigrant group. They're trying to take over the country. When Jews came, Italians came, Poles came, Germans came, they were trying to take over the country. When Catholics came, they're trying to take over the country. That's been exact same. Everything that you guys are saying, or Jim said, and most of you will say, they've said the exact same thing about every recent immigrant group. They're trying to take over the country. They're bringing their communism. They're bringing their socialism. They're bringing their Catholicism. They're trying to take over the country every single time. And it's pushed by those who want to control you, and it's pushed by those who want you to either listen to them or follow them or tweet them or clickbait them or, worse, vote for them. It's been the same rote attacks on all new recent arrivals. This is the land of the free and the home of the brave, and we're a welcoming country. That's what we are. We started with 13 colonies. You couldn't spread across the continent if you just stuck with the people who are here. And every new group that came, they were vilified. They were trying to take over the country. That's my only point. So let me talk about transgenders in female sports. I think this is an obvious thing. I don't even understand why we're here. I think it's very obvious to say that a boy who thinks he's a girl should not play in girls' sports. And I apologize to every single conservative candidate who ran with this messaging, because clearly the Democrats' response to this ruling, we should be running on it. You're absolutely right. My apology. I thought this was a non-issue because it was already legislated at the state level. I didn't think the Democrats would jump up and down and be so loud about this ruling, and they are, costing themselves many, many votes. The NAACP, of all organizations, the NAACP came out and said they are against this ruling. And I'm thinking to myself, the NAACP, for real? Really? You think your membership, forget the organization. When I say the organization, I mean the leadership of the organization. You think your membership, mom and dad, whose daughter is playing volleyball, you think she wants to play against boys? You think that those parents want her to play against boys? Like, for real? This is the silliest thing I've ever seen. Two good rulings today for the Supreme Court. And yes, Republicans run on getting men out of women's sports, because clearly the Democrats, it's something that they want to see happen, which is utterly ridiculous, because I don't know a Democrat voter out there, with the exception of those who are activists for the LGBT community, who is for that. And it's not disrespecting what a child believes. It's simply saying you want to play basketball, play with the boys. If you're a boy. If you're a girl, you play with the girls. Again, this issue has always been in my mind, just like, wow, this is really a thing. So good for you, Supreme Court. Let's go back to the phone calls. Let's go to, Gene. Gene from Atlanta. Gene called. Gene, it's RJ's Auto Body Plus. RJ's Auto Body Plus. Let me give you the phone number. It's 770-955-5020. Gene from Atlanta wants to know the auto body commercial you play during the show. He wants to go. It's called RJ's Auto Body Plus. Give them a call at 770-955-5020. Gene, if you're still listening, please give Jeff and Edith are the owners. When you get up there, just tell them Shelly sent you, and tell them you want the Shelly Winter deal. I don't know what that deal is, but it sounds good to say, Gene. Let me give that number one more time, Gene. 770-955-5020. I did that because Gene from Atlanta called in and wanted to know the auto body commercial you play during the show so he can go. Hope I answered your question, Gene. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Andrew from Marietta. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Shelly.
Hey, brother.
I'm a Christian conservative, so I fall in that camp, and I see both sides of it when it comes to this birthright citizenship, and I always believe that people get concerned over things that they don't know, the unknown, and people that they don't know or don't have common interest in, and that's just kind of human nature, right? In a lot of respects,
I agree.
That drives a lot of this. I was kind of curious to come back to your comment you said about, did the people change? And I think maybe you said the country or the Constitution changed or something like that. But, when you're using the words like they, who are you talking about? Do you think that they changed? Because I know my views change, and I see both sides of this and concerns on both sides.
To be honest, let me give you a bell here, Andrew. I see both sides as well. That's why I made the comment that it's no skin off my back. Like, I see both sides, right? And to your point about people fearing what they don't know, that is a human condition, right? There's nothing we can do about that. And I think part of what my job is to allay those fears of people who are fearing something that they're being told is happening that I don't see any evidence of. And when you ask me who are they, I'm saying the theys are the people screaming and yelling they are taking over the country, whoever they may be, that group of people. Does that make sense?
But that also seems like an issue that we have going on that, it's the loudest voices that get the largest microphone and the largest platforms, right? Whether it's a government politician or it's people on Twitter and social media that you said. We are driving this whole fear and this whole thing.
Fair enough.
I just don't know if that's a recent event or is this something that goes back a few hundred years ago when we were having immigration? But I
think it's both.
Getting worse.
I think it's both. I think you make a great point. It is the loudest people on Twitter and Facebook, which we know social media is not real life. So I'll grant you that point. But I think clearly a guy just called in and made those same fears. He vocalized those same fears on his phone call. So I think it's a little bit of both, Andrew. I really do. Great call, my friend. Have a wonderful evening, okay?
All right, you too.
Yes, sir. I'll take the rest of your calls. I've got to talk. When we come back, I want to talk about an event that I went to the first time. I saw a candidate for governor on the Republican side, Rick Jackson. I'd never seen him in person at a campaign event. And I want to talk about it because this was the first time I went to an event. They're usually in the evening, so I could never go. But I went this afternoon. It was an early afternoon event that I was able to go to before I came to the station. And I want to tell you what I saw, what I observed. It's really fascinating, truly fascinating. So don't stick around. Don't go anywhere. Everyone hold on. I definitely want to take all of these calls. I want to hear from all of you. All right? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. We'll be right back.